You and I were talking before about dieting, and I have failed at every diet I have ever been on, yet I'm a very healthy eater.
Okay.
Because I made a lifestyle shift versus what I perceived as a punitive diet. So let's talk about the strategy of getting someone to change to a healthy diet, and what's the constructive way to do that?
Well, diet is a 4-letter word. We, as nutritionists, I don't like to use that because it has negative connotations with a lot of people, and people associate deprivation. Oh, you're putting me on a diet. Oh, you're going to take away my favorite foods. Sorry.
That was my problem. You
Yes.
give me rules, you tell me what I can't have. You
Exactly.
obsess about that all you want to have
Exactly.
is that peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Correct.
Right.
So the strategy that I have found to be most effective is to basically, instead of taking foods away, I add foods in. So it's a more positive approach. So I tell people what they should eat as opposed to what they shouldn't. So for example, I would say, how about steel-cut oatmeal for breakfast with berries and blah, blah, blah. And so I, in my mind, know that if I can get them to eat a cereal, a whole grain, with something with calcium and fresh fruit, that I know that by adding that in, that they're not going to be eating bacon and eggs. So I have found success with that kind of approach, more positive.
How do you deal with it though when people think, I can't not eat bacon for breakfast, or I love bacon and I don't like steel-cut oatmeal? Like, how do you get them to shift, to find the things that they really enjoy, or to learn about new enjoyments?
Well, of course, I always encourage them to eat a Mediterranean plant-based diet and to try new foods and try it, you'll like it. But I also feel that you have to be practical and work with people. And if bacon is your favorite food, then eat, for God's sakes, eat the bacon, but then something else has got to give. Then the rest of the day, you're going to eat healthy foods that are on the list. So I don't believe in completely removing and the foods that people love. I think to eat them, in little bits, and then include them, but everything else should be on the healthier side.
So do you help people work out, I'll call it a daily plan, again, looking at the big picture of it, or the weekly plan? So
absolutely, a daily plan. Like, what is it that you can't live without, that you don't want to live without? So if it's red wine and dark chocolate, which I can't live without.
They're both good for you. Bottom line recommends it.
I throw those into my day, into my calorie, bank account. So I think of your daily intake as a bank account, and so where you're going to spend your calories, and so it's up to you. I want you to spend most of them on super healthy foods, but if you absolutely cannot live without the bacon, then you're going to debit that bacon from your calorie bank account.
All right. Great advice. Thank you, Jen. If you like what you saw today, come to bottomlineinc.com and see even more videos with Dr. Janet Bond Brill. And do me a favor, share it. Tell your friends about it, because this is such important information. Cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of men and women. We want the word out, and we want people healthy.